ones and twos. This is going to be your second combination for this whole week. This one's going to be a bit more challenging in terms of your musicality and your ability just to really dance it. Like, take your time to fill every note. I'm going to consider it an adagio, even though some parts of it are definitely not adagio, but that adagio is that long, kind of drawn out dancing with the music. And so this I find extremely challenging. I was built to last for short periods of time. I've got large quad muscles. I was a gymnast, so I was powerful and would spring into action, and then I'd be tired. So having to draw out the movement longer is really difficult for me. So that's going to be your challenge with this. Dance it to end of each note. So there's never any stopping. See if you can, arms can do that as well too, and that's going to make this super challenging. It's full of stuff we should know already. We've done all of it already. I just did a bunch of pelvic tilts. I just did my leg swings as well too after doing a bar, because that's going to help me with the big part of this, the promenade. There's going to be a promenade on attitude, so in attitude. So promenade basically means like taking a walk, but that's what that pivot turn is, on the balls of your feet and pivoting around, that you did a couple weeks ago when I first gave you the exercises to open up those hips. All of that's going to help this tremendously. Now, mind you, I'm older and I've had some back injuries, and so my leg's not going to go as high. I'm going to work hard and I'm going to sweat, but my leg is not going to look that high, I guarantee it. I'm working on it, trying to gain some of it back, even though my back is a bit sore these last few days. But which means, so if you have the power to do that, do it. So just like in your waiter bows, I've been giving you guys a lot of corrections. Some of you, when you're waiter bowing, you're getting a nice leg up here, but as you're coming back up, you're dipping it back down. And what I want it to do, keep that height. Oh my gosh, I'm working my glutes, working my glutes. Can it stay there? And I'm feeling that, I'm starting to sweat, I'm pointing my foot, I'm not letting it droop down, back down. If I continue to do that, I'm going to make myself do that over the last few, actually for the rest of the quarter. And if I do that, I know I'm going to guarantee myself that I'm going to get a higher leg again. So I need to start training like you guys are, rather than just being a teacher. So here's your combination. I'm going to start in this upstage left corner again. I'm going to start with that tombe pas de bourrée. Actually, I'm going to start here. This will go 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to bring my right leg through. I'm going to efface it. So that means that I'm facing my corner, downstage right corner. My left arm's up, head's looking to the left, right arm's to the side. As I tombe pas de bourrée, fourth. I'm going to mark through the first time. I'm going to go to my pirouette or passe and fourth. Entournant. So entournant is a type, it's a turn basically. I'm pivoting around. So I'm going to shoot my left arm up, pull my right arm around. I pull my left hip back. So I end up with my right leg in front. I actually end up in a quasi-devant position to my downstage left corner, looking over my right side. So all of that again. So I'm going to have a little 5, 6, 7, 8, tombe, pas de bourrée, fourth, and pirouette, and 4, then entournant, and 4. So I'm drawing out my words as I'm saying it, but I want you to float that as well too. So my arms might from pirouette, 4, they just get there, just get there, just get there, yeah? The music, I chose this song, I love this song. The original song is by the Pixies, and it's called Where Is My Mind? And if you've ever seen Fight Club, it happens at the end. I won't tell you what happens, because if you decide you ever want to watch Fight Club, I don't want to ruin it. But the song is called Where Is My Mind? And this is probably one of the prettiest versions I've seen of it. And there's some great drawn out notes that I'm going to try to get for you guys that kind of hold back a little bit. And so I want to dance that as well. And you'll feel that as the more we dance it. So I'm here back to fourth. I'm either going to do my full pirouette or just my passe down, which you guys have already done. And then I'm going to pull in my right leg, sous-sus, and plie. As I plie, I'm actually going to look away from my front leg because I want to 5, let's see, what's the count on that? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to continue my plie. I might give it a little straight, and then I'm going to plie. I'm going to let my upper body swivel around to the right. Chasse through artère. 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically to a first. Arabesque. 5, 6. Attitude. 7, 8. Bringing my right arm up. So there's my attitude. Really lifting through that back leg. This is where I know you can lift higher than me. I'm going to save my energy, but you're going to promenade. So I lowered my leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to promenade all the way around. What helps me on that is this. Not this, but this. And same thing with that back leg. Lift it as high as you can. Don't let it bounce or droop behind you. Don't let your upper body start to collapse, because that's going to make your poor standing leg have to work even harder. So how big? Feel like your edges are like little ice cream scoops, and then you're going to scoop out the edge of the room as you go around. So use that as an image, kind of like the little dancer in the music box. But again, the edges, they're going to scoop around the outside as you take that promenade. You come back to where you started. You're going to fondue 1, 2, 3, 4. Slow and controlled, so don't drop 1 and just hold. I'm going to come from attitude to fondue, pas de bourrée, drop the left leg in. I'm going to go pas de bout coupé, basically. Pas de bourrée into that coupé. My left arm is in front of me, and I'm going to step back, and I'm going to step back, and maybe a quick step back into place to start the whole thing on the other side. So from here, again, left side, tombe, my arm is going to come through that effacé. So I'm going to effacé, tombe, pas de bourrée, 4, pirouette passé, and 4. Taking all that time. Now my right arm slices around, I come to croisé devant, to the down stage, right corner, up, fall into your 4th, again, inside turn this time, arms come up to high fist. Make sure you get that bottom leg, whether you're doing a quarter turn or a full turn. Heel push forward, down. You're going to pull that out to susu. You're going to plie, look away, little stretch, plie, chasse artère. Take your time. Arm is going to, or leg is going to come up on the 5, 6. Attitude 7, 8. You're going to promenade around. Again, I'm going to save my energy, but you're going to take that big promenade all the way around. 4, count, 2, 3, 4. Pas de bourrée into that little coupe. Step back. Arm's going to reach, and a little quick step to get back into place and start again. Whew. You might have to watch that a couple of times. There's a lot of details in there that I want you to pick up. Again, I'm breathing way down here. So you're going to hear some pretty heavy breathing to be able to get through all this, to get those lines that I'm looking for as well. So I'm going to do it twice through. First time, I'm just going to do the passé versions. And again, please, 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 don't worry if you can't do a pirouette in your living room because of carpet or because of space or it's scary. Practice, practice, practice your balance. So to save myself, I'm actually not going to relevé, but I want you to go passé and down. That's a good way to still practice working on that power, getting up into that passé. Do a relevé on every single one of those passés. So, but I'm going to save my energy, so I'm going to stay flat, except for on the little quarter turns that I have to get around there. And then I'll probably have to take a little break, and then I'll do the more level 2 version with all of the turns in it. So feel the music, let it dance from inside to out. And as I said, I'm going to say it one more time, don't pirouette unless you feel you are comfortable. I'm going to send out this week as well too, which you'll have already watched, a pirouette practice video, and it's going to give you some helpful hints for those of you that feel like you have a space to turn in and you want to work on turns a little bit more. All right, here we go. Here we go. Right leg, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tombe. Pas de bourrée. hold to promenade. And one. And back. Back. And ready to go again. One little note I missed. Going to this side. There's a big plunk of the music. And then the top bass starts again, so I'm still having a challenge there. I'm going to try again from the top and see if I can hit that this time, but I'm going to add all the turns in there. Second time with pirouettes. I'm going to see if I can catch all those notes. 6, 7, 8, and tombe. Pirouette. Take that time. Straight it up. And chasse, little pause, promenade. And fun. And pause, and step. And tombe. That was better time. Little pause, then go. Facing the camera with those turns. I think on the first one I on to now, I didn't open my arm enough, so make sure you open that arm up. Alright, one time I'm going to do it facing you, and so I give you all my last little bit of energy. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, and too fast somehow, but that's okay. Last promenade was not very good, but hopefully that gives you a little more sense of the